At the European Commission exhibition in Brussels, I discovered a car simulator called Fuel Saving Car Test. Excited about energy efficiency, I asked to try it out, and so I drove a standard car in a virtual world where my goal was to follow navigation instructions while the car was measuring my fuel consumption. I faced normal city traffic, but managed to be in the top 3 for low fuel consumption. Obviously, I got afterwards a brochure with tips to consume less fuel. As I walked away from the simulator, I wondered about the future of the automotive industry. With technology like this, who knows what monitoring and assistance in every car can do, much more than today, helping each driver to get the maximum from 1 liter of fuel. As a driver, you know that gasoline can be a significant expense. With gas prices fluctuating, it's crucial to find ways to save gas whenever possible. Saving gas is not only good for your wallet, but also for the environment. In this video, I will share tips on how to save gas and diesel while driving your car. Also, maintenance and the choice of the car is essential, but once that is done, you are the driver. You are in the driver's seat and have significant control over how many trips will fit into your monthly fuel budget. Understanding gas consumption and fuel efficiency. To save gas or diesel, you must first understand how consumption is expressed and measured. First, the amount of fuel your car uses to travel a certain distance is known as total fuel consumption. Fuel efficiency, on the other hand, looks to the specific consumption in liter per 100 kilometer. Understanding basic physical laws can help you make informed decisions about your driving habits. Many factors can influence your car's fuel consumption, including driving habits, traffic conditions, and vehicle maintenance. Maintaining your car is essential to ensure that it runs efficiently. Regular oil changes, air filter replacements, and tire pressure checks can help improve your car's fuel efficiency and save you money on gas. With this simple trick on tire pressure, I was able once to improve the Toyota RAV4 diesel's fuel efficiency from 5.7 liters per 100 km to 5.3 liters per 100 km, and that was over a distance of 1100 kilometers. This means a 7% increase in efficiency, which is far more beneficial than lamenting about high fuel prices. Let's now talk about technology. To save gas or diesel, you can opt for fuel-saving technologies like hybrid or electric cars. Other fuel-saving technologies include stop-start systems and regenerative braking. Stop-start systems turn off the engine when the car is stopped, while regenerative braking uses the car's kinetic energy to recharge the battery. By the way, do you have a bike? Even with a trip of 4 kilometers, that will take you only a quarter of an hour to do with your cheap iron horse, with much less hinder from traffic jams and parking problems. And what about the e-bike? When commuting in Switzerland between Zurich and my home at 25 kilometers distance, I needed the same time, or 17 minutes, from door to door, with public transport or e-bike. And the payback time on this bicycle was 1 year, because I saved on the train, and here I don't count the saving on the fitness club fee. Now, how can you save gas before you hit the road, so as preparation? Well, there are several things. One of the most important actions is to plan your trip carefully. Plan your route to avoid heavy traffic whenever possible, because heavy traffic can cause you to use more gas or diesel. So it's best to avoid it. Choose another time. Additionally, you can remove any unnecessary heavy items from your car. Extra weight can cause your car to use more gas, especially in the city when you have to brake and to accelerate with all this mess more times. Avoid also using roof or bike racks if not necessary. And now let's see how you can save gas on the highway. Driving on the highway can be one of the most fuel efficient ways to travel, because you can have constant speed. However, to save gas there, you need to be mindful of your driving habits. One of the most effective ways to save gas on the highway is to maintain a steady speed. So that means you can use your cruise control. You can use its buttons to accelerate and slow down in little steps, which will also control your acceleration and deceleration. And then on the highway, you have to take your time. In theory, but also as a good approximation, each 10% more speed is 30% more power. And that's because the power is proportional to the cube of the speed. So let's say just join the trucks and say goodbye to driving stress. Take an audiobook to turn your car into a university or language class. I went every 3 weeks from Switzerland to Italy and listened to books from Audible. See also the description. And now let's go to the city. How can we save gas or diesel in an urban environment? Driving in the city can be more challenging when it comes to saving gas or diesel. However, there are still several things you can do to improve your car's fuel efficiency. One of the most effective ways to save gas in the city is to avoid idling your car. You know, idling your car, it means that you are in front of a traffic light and you are in the neutral gear and you are just waiting, but the motor is running at low speed. Research of the Argonne National Laboratory, Illinois, USA, shows that shutting down for as little as 10 seconds saves fuel and reduces emissions. The battery will be recharged again after the light goes on green, so that means it's not a problem to draw the current for the starting motor. The second hack: try to anticipate traffic lights and stop signs so that you can coast to a stop instead of braking suddenly. Cars will consume nothing, not even the idle running fuel flow, when braking on the motor. If you put the car then in the highest gear, that will keep the engine above about 900 rotations per minute, it will brake less. So you can enjoy zero consumption for more time. This works also well downhills. If you have to go downhill, you can in this way brake only a little bit, because in the high gear the engine will brake very little, and then you will have still zero consumption. The third way to save on fuel in the city: cruise control in the city. Why not? Is it so difficult to hit that activation button or to switch it off? No, of course not. It will also help to stay below the maximum speed, and a fine can easily be 300 kilometers worth of fuel, at least in Italy. And then another suggestion: do you have the instantaneous consumption on your dashboard? It is an indication of how much the engine is working now. Let me share 2 ways to use this. 1. Associate it with the engine sound you hear on the moment. In this way you will have an extra consumption sensor while you are watching the traffic. You will have a better feeling how much load there is on each moment on your car, on your engine. Another way to use this instantaneous consumption, that as long as the engine force is low, you see that on this indication, you can keep the gear into a higher position, reducing the engine speed and save fuel. And by the way, while monitoring the consumption and looking to your dashboard, you may as well look regularly to the traffic. After all, it resembles a video game, and we all fear the game over sign. I hope that you like the video, that you share it and subscribe. And if you have comments, put it all in the comments. Okay, I wish you a good energy.